I'm getting blown now. I'm in my zone now.
Oh, self-love language. I know this is interesting. So just like there's a love language, there's a self-love language. So how you talk to yourself can be displayed in, like, let's see, 5 different ways. So you can have at least one love language or more than one. It's up to you. Whatever works best for you. But they're broken up into 5 categories. Like I said, quality time is one. Acts of service is another. Receiving gifts is another. Physical touch is another. And words of affirmation is another. So this is just more so of a detailed way to help everybody to get to know themselves a little bit better and to, love on themselves a little bit more. So maybe you want to engage in self-love, but you're not really sure how. Maybe you're like, all right, I do want to love myself better. I want to love myself more, but how do I do that? And that might sound silly, but seriously, like, how are you supposed to love yourself? So here are some ways. So like I said, um, first of all, you want to understand why you need self-love. So these are some of the warnings that can help you to understand that self-love is needed. And I know it's not as straightforward all the time though. Basically, when you beat yourself up with cruel self-talk, that lets you know, okay, self-love is needed. That one, I feel like everyone knows that one. You set yourself up with failure, by believing in unrealistic expectations. That's another one. You deprive yourself of things you deserve through self-sabotaging behaviors. We talked about that one, I think, last week or so. And then you abuse your body with neglect or harmful choices, things like that. So when you are doing these types of things, and that can be done through, like, overindulgence, like alcohol, smoking, just doing things that are extreme, things you shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? To do more harm than good. It may feel good, but it's doing more harm than anything else. So it's important to consider these things when you're in your body for as long as you are, however God lets you do that. I don't know. But so like I said, those are some signs that you need to engage in self-love, but that's just some of them. For the most part, I feel like the most important sign of all is your intuition, of course. You can tell when your body's letting you know, hey, I need some loving right now. Like, this doesn't feel good. I'm not doing my best. Maybe you're a bit slower than usual. Maybe you're not in such a good of a mood as you normally would be, or maybe you feel uninspired. Maybe you don't hang out with your friends like you used to. It's just certain signs that let you know, all right, you need to engage in some self-care, get a little loving in there, and make your own day. You know how they say, put a smile on someone else's face and make someone else's day? Well, put a smile on your own face and make your own day sometimes, or all the time, every day, actually, not sometimes, excuse me. Every day, all day. That should be the goal. And there's nothing wrong with that, because if you don't take care of you, who's going to take care of you? You know? So like I said, all right, so we'll break it down. Quality time, right? So be mindful of how you spend time with yourself. You know how you spend time with friends or family or a lover or whatever the case may be, social media. You spend time with your phone every day, right? Okay, so take the time that you're spending with your phone to do with yourself. Because we spend a lot of time on our phone. Oh my God, if we gave all the loving that we gave to our phone, to ourselves, Jesus Christ, the world would be, oh my God. Woo! Self-love overload, okay? So think of it like that. Give yourself the undivided attention that you want from someone else. You know how a lot of us say, oh my gosh, I just want somebody to talk to me. I just want somebody to touch me or love me or whatever. Why don't you do that to yourself? I'm not going to get into the details of that. You know what you need to do all that. Quality time with yourself, okay? So do what you got to do. But no, for real, on a real note, practice mindfulness. So be aware of the things that you think about. Be aware of the decisions that you make. Sometimes it could be something simple like going to get a coffee or going to your favorite restaurant to pick up your favorite food, going for a jog, going for a walk, taking up some sort of fitness course or something. creating a garden, like getting to know nature. Anything that's getting to know nature is going to help you to better your spirit, because nature is what heightens us. That's our element. All of us. Doesn't matter if you're an earth sign or not. You know, I do believe heavily in astrology, but shout out to the earth signs. That's where we grow the most, is nature. But yeah, so oh, and that is important too, guys, by the way. If you I don't want to get too far into that, but if you're an earth sign, spend time in nature. If you're a water sign, try to get to the water. If you're an air sign, I don't really know what to do for you. If you're a fire sign, I don't really know what to do for you either. I'm sorry. I don't know what air and fire should do. I think you guys should do something that's extroverted, maybe. There we go. Do something very extroverted. There you go. I'm sorry. I don't really know. That's the best I can help you with. But yeah, water and earth, do that. Do just that. And the rest of you all, extroversion. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are great.
I'm getting blown now. I'm in my zone now.
So yeah, so go for a nice drive or something. Do something solo. It's okay to have like a little nice trip with yourself. And I know people are like, well, that I don't want to be by myself. Well, that's okay. You don't have to be by yourself. But it's good to have alone time. Like you need a little bit of it. If it's just taking a nap or watching Netflix or whatever, like doing something that's relaxing, listening to your favorite music, your favorite artist, watching a documentary, watching movies, whatever. Like I said, Netflix, all that good stuff. Like that's quality time with yourself. We don't think about it like that, but it is. And one of my favorite ones, oh my gosh, stargazing. Oh my gosh, if you guys have never stargazed, you should try it. It's beautiful. It's a very beautiful experience. It's so like otherworldly. So give that a shot. Um, and then, of course, this is a very important one, words of affirmation. That's another way of practicing self love. Of course, we all know that because you're reciting daily affirmations, positive affirmations at that every day. Things like, I am loved, I am lovable, I am strong, whatever the case may be. Try to do that on a personal level so that you develop more of a sense of self. You don't want to just search. I don't recommend like searching random daily affirmations and just hoping that they're going to resonate. Like that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like write your own, you know? It's better to write your own. It's okay to reference some. If you don't really know where to start from, you can go look up some examples, but if they don't apply to you internally, don't use them. You know, but if they do, then sure, add it to yours. That's what I do. But I think it's better to make your own. That's what I started to do, and it felt more personal because you just want to make sure that it's very specific, because the more specific your words of affirmation are, the better it is in terms of your self-care routine, because words hold power. They hold a lot of weight. So the way that we talk to ourselves has to be nurturing. You know, it can't just be something random. It has to have an aim. You know, it has to have a goal set behind it. Very meaningful, very symbolic of you as an individual, you know. So only you know what resonates with you. Only you know what makes you feel good, what makes you feel like you're building rather than wasting time. You know, so find your own set of affirmations. It's okay to reference, like I said, but just try to make your own. So you can do that through sticky notes. You can stick notes all around your room, your house, whatever, your car, whatever feels good for you. This is an interesting one that they said you could try writing a love letter to yourself. And I know that sounds really crazy, but no, like seriously, write to yourself as if you are someone that you love or someone that loves you. How would they talk to you? You know, how would you like someone that loves you to talk to you? You know, and it doesn't have to be in the romantic sense. Of course, that's weird. But like, just talk to yourself in a loving way. Just say, hey, self, I know you've been going through a lot. You know, just wanted to check in on you. Hope you're doing well. You're going to get better. You know, you're amazing. Blah, blah, blah. Like that. That's loving right there. It doesn't have to be like, oh my God, you're the love of my life and all. What in the world? Like, I mean, if you want to do that, do it. I don't care. But whatever floats your boat. You know, you don't have to go into all that though. And keep a gratitude jar. I think I'm gonna try this one. Have you ever tried to like write little it's like you cut up little pieces of paper and you write things that you're grateful for on them, and then you put them all in one jar and you know shuffle them up, mix them up, and then pull them out each day and recite them to yourself. That's a good one because we all know that when we practice gratitude, more comes to us. More of those things come. You know, like you're grateful for your time, you're grateful for your energy, you're grateful for whatever the case may be. You get more done that way, you get more in that way. God blesses you more. You have a better relationship with the world because you're not complaining as much. And that's one thing. I think that it's hard to love ourselves at times because we spend so much energy, or I should say, not even spend, we exhaust so much energy complaining about the world, complaining about what's not right, complaining about just anything and everything. Instead of spending, or like I said, exhausting that energy on complaining, why not put that energy into yourself and build instead, you know, and have those daily affirmations instead. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about. So we just got to figure out ways of investing time that makes sense, you know, putting time in that we deserve. We deserve all this time, you know. So remind yourself of your dreams. Oh, a vision board. This is one that a lot of people have been recommending. So if anybody knows how to do a successful vision board and you found ways that are really beneficial for you, please be sure to hit me up because I'm trying to get into that. I don't really know how to do that yet, but I really want to do it. So if you know how to do it and you're willing to like share some tips and tricks, I'm more than happy to listen because I really want to try that out. It seems super, super cool. So a vision board is a great one I've heard. And be aware of how people in your life speak to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let people talk to you recklessly, carelessly. Um, you know, nothing but love and respect, things like that. And then also you can create a board for inspirational quotes. Like I have a Pinterest. I recommend everyone get a Pinterest because there's all kinds of, that's where I get all my quotes from. That's why you get all kinds of amazing quotes and just a lot of inspiration, and it's nothing but positivity. And you can find things that regard your diet, um your just everyday life, you know what I'm saying? And if you're trying to find recipes and stuff, you're trying to find fashion, there's all kinds of resources on Pinterest. Like just get with it, you know what I'm saying? I've had a Pinterest since maybe 20, oh, maybe 2013, 2012, something like that. But yeah, it's really good. So try that out. And then talk to yourself about what makes you feel passionate. You know, never lose about excuse me. Never lose sight of your passion. You know, your passion is all you got. You know, forgive yourself for the mistakes that you made in the past, but don't let that steal your spark. Don't let that steal your drive, your passion, because that's all you have. And I think that's what makes human beings so amazing is the passion that we have inside, and the way we're willing to sacrifice for our families or ourselves, our friends, whatever the case may be. Like that's passion right there. When you put it all on the line and you're like, all right, this is for the betterment of my people, this is for the betterment of myself, that's passion. You know, that's irreplaceable. Nobody can take that from you. So don't let your everyday life steal that spark, you know, because it can. And it's natural, you know, it doesn't mean that it can't come back. It can come back. You can always get your passion back, but it just takes a little bit more time depending on how long you've been out of inspiration. You know, how long have you been adrift? You know, how long have you been in the dark with things? You know, so just take your time and figure that out. But try to look up different things online, you know, do a lot of research and just do a lot of one-on-one time with yourself, with those affirmations, and really, like I said, personify them. That way um, it'll feel more authentic, you know, because that's what you're looking for. Receiving gifts. Good morning, good morning.
I'm getting blown now. I'm in my zone now.
Sorry, I wasn't looking at the comments. Good morning, good morning. So receiving gifts, you know, think of it this way. You love the idea that people buy you things, right? You know, I think everybody loves to have gifts bought for them, right? It's nothing wrong with it. It's a nice feeling when people think of you and they're like, "Hey, I bought this for you." Although I like giving gifts, but I like receiving them. They're nice. So think about what interests you and your passions. And think about treating yourself. You know, as much as you like to treat other people, treat yourself just as much. You know, if not more. So treat yourself to a small gift, maybe from your favorite shop. It could be something as simple as giving yourself a gift card from Apple Music gift card, or Starbucks gift card, or Dunkin' Donuts, or something like that. That's the gesture of self love, because you're gifting yourself, you're rewarding yourself. And it's always good to set up a reward system for everything that we do, so that we enjoy what we do. A lot of the times we don't get that instant gratification that we're looking for. So, just in case you don't get what you're looking for in terms of results, at least you can have something to reward yourself and say, you know what, self, even though this week we were supposed to accomplish this, we were consistent, and that's all that matters. So here's the reward. And gift yourself with a Starbucks gift card, and go get you some coffee or something, some donuts or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that right there is lit. Because even though the outcome didn't happen, you still did that hard work. You still put that time in, and now you get rewarded for it. And then you're going to do it again. And I know it may feel weird at first, because you're gifting yourself and you're like, I'm not a little kid, I'm not my own parent. That's okay. You ain't got to think about it like that. It's fine to take care of yourself. I know the world doesn't want you to do it, because they want you to take care of the world, as we should. We know if nobody else does, the world's just going to go undone. We got to take care of the world, but we got to take care of ourselves too, to be here. You got to be here somehow. So ain't nothing wrong with you giving yourself a gift or two. You can go buy some tickets to see a movie, a concert, invest in your hobbies, your passions, decorate your home space. That's a good way to reward yourself. I used to like doing that for the holidays. I would go to the store and I get stuff for Christmas and Halloween, stuff like that, little knickknacks to put around the house, and get into the spirit. That was nice. So decorate your home space and find different ways to showcase. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but they do have those little Polaroid cameras that you can buy offline, and you can take pictures. Good money, good money. You can take pictures and put them in a little scrapbook, and they could be physical pictures, like back in the days. Like some Kodak. Is that what they were called? Oh God, if y'all remember, was that it? I don't know. I think that's what it was. A Kodak moment, right? Something like that. Whatever that was. That's so old school. If you know, you know. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you too young. So yeah, like, ooh, I remember those days. Boy, I used to come out the thing. Anyway, so yes, make yourself a self-care kit. That's all I'm trying to say, is like, give yourself a reward system. Show yourself the accomplishments. Like, sometimes we have to physically see it in order to believe it mentally. So that's why I said, like, take a picture, write things down, set up a reward system, whatever. Like, just build so that it feels more real, so it feels more raw. You know, you can do like self projects, DIY projects, just all kinds of things. Enrolling in different courses to better your education. You can never get too much knowledge, guys. So if you want to go to school or go back to school as many times as you can, get it out of your system. Go for it. Knowledge is power. Or you can do things that are self-taught. Teach yourself. You can always do courses online that don't require you to go to physical school, but that's still a form of schooling and education. But, if you don't want to go to the literal, like, university or whatever, you don't have to do all that. There's so many different ways to, like, get around it. But, you know, educate yourself. Knowledge is power, and it's always great to be an intellectual. That way you have your own set of strategies and principles and things that you're living by, and you can be more of a leader. That's all you want to do. Physical touch. So you know how when you receive hugs from people that you really love and care about, it makes your day. I know it makes my day. Oh my God. I used to I used to be a little whiny baby when I was growing up. When people would hug me, I used to cry. I don't know why, because I was very sensitive. I don't understand that. But I don't know. So that's okay though. But hey, don't worry about it. You know, I think it's because the loving gesture behind the hug can be so nice at times. I don't cry anymore when people hug me. Obviously, I'll be like, "Oh, thank you," and I hug them back. I'm not really good at giving hugs anymore, but I try. You know what I'm saying? Because Corona. So I just kind of dap them off a little bit because Corona. But when I did get hugs, but I was a good hugger. You know what I'm saying? But no, for real though. So like on a serious note, you know how when someone hugs you and you like that feeling, show affection to yourself. You know, there's different ways, and I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, but there's different ways of showing affection to yourself so that you're more calm. Cook yourself a nice dinner. You know, go outside. Like I said, go be one with nature. Go on a hike or something. Go on a jog. Go on a walk. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do something that keeps you physically active. Go to the gym. Take up fitness. I'm telling you, taking up fitness is lit. Like, that's amazing. Like, if you want to do something that's going to be life changing and it's going to release endorphins and it's a guarantee to make you happier, yo, go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Go take up fitness. That right there is a sure way. It's guaranteed because you will definitely release endorphins. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. As long as your heart rate is picking up, you're going to release endorphins. You're going to feel happier. You're going to feel more confident. Like getting your body in shape. Good morning. Good morning. Getting your body in shape automatically makes you feel better some kind of way. So if you're looking for an outlet that's going to give you a release, I definitely recommend that. You know? So, like I said, go outside, be one with nature, go take up something, of course. And skincare is good too. Catering to your skin, because hey, a lot of us take pride in our skin. We all want to look flawless, you know, we all want to look good, have that nice baby skin, you know what I'm saying? That nice baby face, whatever the case may be. You got to take good care of yourself. Drink lots of water. Invest in some creams, some washes, things like that, you know, invest a little bit into yourself, just like you invest in social media. And that is investing in yourself too, by the way. Like if you're an entrepreneur and you have a business online, there's nothing wrong with investing in your business. That is definitely a form of self-love because that's something you feel passionate about. That's something that drives you to get up and be on the go every day. So that right there is definitely self-love too. But just as much as you invest in your business endeavors, invest in yourself, you know, physically, you know. So and nothing wrong with that. Maybe it's buying yourself a set of new clothes, playing around with your fashion, your style. You know, maybe you want to switch up your style a little bit, feel more sexy, feel more, I don't know, more charismatic, whatever the case may be. I don't know. Whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat. But figure something out, you know.
I'm getting blown now. I'm in my zone now.
Lighting candles is a good one too. I recommend, oh my gosh, if you're gonna get candles, go to Bath and Body Works. For men, I don't know if men like to light candles like that, but if you do, I don't think it's a gender thing. I don't think it matters if you're a male or female, but you know, men might think that's a little bit too feminine, so you don't have to light the candles if you don't want. Or maybe you could just get you some church candles, guys, if you're a man. Get you some church candles. That way you don't feel like it's all feminine. But as a woman, go to Bath and Body Works, get you some nice scented candles. I recommend like the strawberry shortcake ones and things like that. Anything that's sweet, vanilla, just anything that's like cookie sugar. I think there's like a sugar cookie scents and all kinds of really cool things, guys. So get involved with that because scents release some type of endorphins too, I think, or it releases some type of emotion. I could tell you that it calms you down. Like peppermint, they say if you're feeling stressed out, peppermint. That's why they have what is it, aromatherapy. That's exactly why they have aromatherapy because those different scents, they're very therapeutic. They can cleanse the mind. It's almost like a detox. You know, well, it's not almost, it is a detox, excuse me. It's a very, very nice form of a detox and something that is very enjoyable, pleasurable. You know, you can go get you a nice massage and get you some aromatherapy going. You can do some aromatherapy at your house. There's a humidifier that you can buy. I had one, but yeah, when I did smoke, I messed around with that thing and I did something with it. I don't remember. So yeah, wherever that is, I gotta find it. But yeah, get you a humidifier. Um, and do your thing. You know, get you some nice little scents in there. Put your, like I said, some peppermint. Peppermint is always good. It's gonna give you some energy. It's gonna cleanse you. It's gonna make you feel one with God. You know, seriously, it's a very spiritual experience. So get you a nice humidifier. In some sense. But yeah. So, just play around with your body, play around with your physicality, play around with your physical capabilities. Get out more, do more, be more active. Or rest more. If you're somebody that does too much, learn how to take breaks, learn how to rest. But all of this is a journey of self-love, you know. And then we have the acts of service. This one is a really important one. So you know how you show people in your life that you care and you show kindness to everybody around you? Okay, well, show that kindness back to yourself. Um, yeah, show that kindness back to yourself and make an impact on yourself too. So check off a to-do list, donate to a local charity, declutter, like clean up your home, clean up your space around you. You know what I mean? So ask yourself, what do you need most at the moment? Like, I don't think we ask ourselves enough, are we okay? We don't ask ourselves how we're doing enough. Some of us do. But I feel like the majority of us, we don't. We don't really check in with ourselves. Like, you got to check in and make sure that you're really understanding. Like, we had talked about introspection one day. I don't remember if it was last week or whatever. Was it yesterday? I don't know. I think it was yesterday, guys. We had talked about introspection. So, doing things from an internal standpoint, going inside for the answers rather than seeking the answers on the outside. Doing more therapeutic measures instead of being so harsh towards yourself. You have to realize that you are very delicate as a human being. You are not someone that can be spoken to with harsh words all the time. You cannot be treated any kind of way. You have to handle yourself with care. Just like you handle things that you love in your life, things that you enjoy in your life, it should be the same energy that you give to yourself because you are just that delicate. Not saying that you're weak. Not at all. You're not weak, but you're human though. If something comes at you, you might fall. You know what I'm saying? That's natural. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's not about falling. It's about how we rise, and how we help ourselves to rise. And the only way to help ourselves to rise through every occasion, every form of adversity known to man, is through self-love. Because only you know you. You know yourself best. No one else can tell you who you are in this world. No one else can define who you are down to the T. Only you can do that. And that requires a lot of work. It's a lot of time. And it's not that bad of a process. It's not a bad process at all. Excuse me. Sorry, let me correct that. It's not a bad process at all. It may feel bad, it may feel difficult, but that's because that's what you've been taught over time. You've been told that it's not okay to give yourself too much attention because, quote unquote, that's selfish. No, it's not. It's not selfish at all. As long as you're not doing harm to yourself or harm to others, I think what you're doing in life is fine. That's my system in life, and that's not hard to live by. As long as it's not harmful to another person or yourself, by all means, do what you got to do. There's nothing wrong with it. If it comes to any type of harm, then it's a problem. So just make sure that you're not out here, going too much, like going too hard and not giving back to yourself. It's good to love other people. It's great to love other people, and I understand that you have a big heart. A lot of us do. And we just want to give, but we got to nurture ourselves too. We got to take care of our home. Your home has to be safe too. And that's you. Your home is you. Your mind is your home. Your body is your home. You resonate within this being every day. You wake up to this being every day. When the rest of the world is quiet or the rest of the world is out and about doing their thing, taking care of their business, you got to take care of your business too with yourself. We can't be letting the world consume us. I get that we have to contribute, and I know there's so much pressure to contribute. I get it. There's just so much high in demand for you to do, and it can be very overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. The only reason why it's overwhelming is because you don't know what you're capable of. And the only reason why you don't know what you're capable of is because you never took the time to find out.
I'm getting blown now. I'm in my zone now.
Hi, I'm Jamie from the WESOFLY Morning Show. Please be sure to tune in every day at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to get your daily dose of positivity and motivation. So today we talked about having self-love languages. You can have one or you can have more than one, just like love languages. We give to a significant other, we give to those we care and hold dear, like family and friends, and like I said, romanticism. So why not give all that energy to yourself through physical touch, quality time, gift giving, positive affirmation, things like that, and just affirming where you are, and doing acts of service towards yourself, not only others but to yourself. All of that undivided attention that you give to other people, you can give that to yourself too. That doesn't make you selfish. That means that you care about yourself and you have a lot of confidence. And when you have a lot of confidence, it shines through. When other people see how much you love yourself, how much you respect yourself, and you hold yourself dear, they do just that because you are teaching them. You're setting the tone on how to treat you and what to expect of you. And that says a lot for all kinds of relationships, platonic, romantic, whatever the case may be. So it's most important to understand the relationship that you have with yourself. And introspection, we had spoken about that a little bit ago, is definitely something that we can't skip out on. We have to do that inner work. We have to have that inner dialogue with ourselves, that check-in system to see what we need as well. It's not always about what the world needs. If you are not in the world, how can you care about what the world needs? It's that simple. You are of this world. You play a major part in this world. So you have to have your needs met as well. But don't be selfish. It's great to be selfless, to not think of just yourself and think of others. But at the same time, you have to come in there first. So that you can take care of all these other people, so that you can set the tone for the world and be a trendsetter and just do great things and live full in your purpose, live a fulfilled life and live a great life. So yes, thank you so much for all your support, guys. And if you haven't subscribed, please be sure to do so. Click that notification bell so that you're notified of every time we upload. Leave us some feedback in the comments of how things are going with you, what you want to see in terms of, maybe topics for the future or whatever. Love to hear from you. But other than that, stay safe and stay blessed. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
I'm getting blown now.